Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Brendalyn. For today's flow, we are flowing for the luteal phase, which is the second half of your menstrual cycle after ovulation. It's characterized by the uterus being prepared for pregnancy and often brings symptoms like bloating, breast tenderness, mood swings, and fatigue. We're going to get started here in an easy seated position. So, crossing at the ankles, adjusting yourself so that you're rooted down to the tailbone, and then resting the hands at your knees. As you start to ground into your space, just bring your awareness to your breath. As you're breathing here, noticing how the belly rises and falls, or the space in your lungs starts to heat up. Take an in breath through your nose. As you do so, shrug the shoulders towards your ears. Hold that tension there. And as you exhale, let it go. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Another inhale, shrug up. And exhale, dramatically let them fall away. Another inhale, shrug the shoulders. And exhale, release. Last time, another inhale, shrug nice and tight. And exhale, let something go. Beautiful. Hands remain at the knees. We're taking an in breath for a seated cow pose. Lift up through the chest, gaze to the ceiling. And on your exhale, cat pose. Dome out the back in the opposite direction. Guide your chin back towards your chest. Push the shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, cow pose. Lift through your chest, gaze high. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Chin to your chest, navel to your spine. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale for your cat. From here, starting to make some torso circles, just moving your midsection in clockwise or counterclockwise direction. Just choosing whichever direction, moving your head in the same way, rolling out through your neck and your shoulders. And once you're ready, switching around in the opposite direction. Really exaggerating this through the spine. Next time you come back through the center, reach the palms forward. We're adjusting ourselves into a table position. So coming up onto all fours, stacking shoulders over your wrists and hips over your knees. We're moving into some balancing here. On your inhale, stretch the right arm forward, left leg back behind you for a balancing table. Flex the left toes down towards the mat, and as you exhale, crunch the right elbow towards your left knee. Beautiful. Inhale, re-extend, balancing table. And exhale, crunch it through. Inhale, re-extend, not sinking into that left shoulder, pushing out and away. And exhale, crunch back. Once you're ready, last time, take your inhale here. We're shifting into a tiger pose. Kick your back calf up and grab your foot with the opposite hand, opening the shoulder, broadening your chest. Your gaze is forward, and release back for your table position. We're back on all fours, and now we're going to switch that to the opposite side. Coming back into balancing table, inhale, extend the left arm and right leg. Exhale, crunch down through your center. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, re-extend. And exhale, crunch. Last time, inhale, re-extend. And exhale, tiger pose. Kick the right foot into the left hand. Kick back and up, lift your gaze. Beautiful. Slowly releasing that back leg, lower it down to the mat and return to your table position. Okay, so coming into a figure eight, bending at your elbows, dip your chest and slide the belly down towards the mat. Slide the elbows underneath the shoulders, your forearms and your palms are flat, and all five fingers are stretched forward. We're going to take an inhale for a sphinx with a half frog by lifting the right knee, bending it out to the side at a 90-degree angle, keeping your knee in line with your hip. Your chest is slightly lifted, slight back bend here, your chin is parallel to your mat. Nice. We're going to release, bring that leg back and switch to the opposite side. We're lifting up the left knee, this time at that 90-degree angle in line with your hip. So your chest is lifted, the belly button can remain rested on your mat. And on your next exhale, lower down to the mat, kick that leg back to meet the right. And then bring your right cheek to the mat, your gaze is to the left, rest the arms long at your sides. We're going to start to bring the chin back to the center of the mat, zip up the legs behind you and clasp the hands at the small of your back. Take an inhale as you press into the flat sides of your feet. And exhale for locust pose. As you kick the feet back and up, slide the fingertips back down towards the heels. You're peeling your shoulders back, opening your chest, gazing up towards the ceiling. Lift everything a bit higher. And exhale, release. Left cheek is to the mat, your gaze is to the right. Let the arms rest at your sides. Beautiful. Return the chin to the center of the mat. This time, spreading the toes to either corner of the mat. The palms come right on the outside of the mat, but in line with your shoulders. They're flat. Inhale, as you extend through the elbows, lift your chest up and away from the mat. Entire upper body lifted, only the bottom half of your body remains. Your chin is parallel to the mat, your gaze is forward for your deepest back bend of the series. Take another inhale and exhale as you lower down to the mat. We're going to start to push ourselves into a table position, coming up onto all fours, stacking your shoulders over your wrist and your hips over your knees. Your palms are flat, all five fingers are spread wide. And inhale, lift the right palms and the right fingertips towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread the needle. Bring the right arm underneath and across the body. And take another inhale. Start to lift your left leg behind you, pointing the toes. And exhale as you adjust that leg out to the side. You're going to stretch it out horizontally or perpendicular to your mat. So as your right knee is bent, your left leg is extended. From here, we're going to unthread the right arm. Inhale, then exhale as you bring the right palm back towards the mat. Inhale, lift both arms above your head. Exhale for falling gate pose. Left hand to left calf, right arm drapes over your head. Gaze up and under that right shoulder, breathing into the right side body. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, kneeling half moon. Bring the right palm outside of the mat. Lift your left leg. Bring it parallel to the mat. Left shoulder stacked on top of your right, and then kick your left toes back behind you for a kneeling half bow variation. Opening through that left shoulder and your chest. Nice, everyone. Releasing that left leg back to your half moon. And returning back onto your table, all fours. Let's switch that to the opposite side. Inhale, lift the left arm. Stretch the left fingertips high. And exhale, thread the needle. Left arm and left cheek comes to rest on your mat. Keep the left knee bent. Take an inhale as you start to lift your right leg, extend it behind you, and point your toes. And exhale, pivot that right leg out to the side, and then lie it down on the inner edge of your right foot. Right leg is fully extended out to the side. Inhale and thread the left arm. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift your upper body, both arms overhead. Exhale for your falling gate pose, right hand to your right calf. Drape the left fingertips over your head. Inhale, we're going to start to lift back through your center. Bring both arms over your head. And exhale for a kneeling half moon pose. We're going to bring the left palm outside of the mat. Lift your right leg parallel and perpendicular to the mat. And then kick the right toes back. Grab it with the right hand for your kneeling half bow variation. And once we release from here, we are coming back into that table position. On your next inhale, swing the right foot forward. We're bringing it in between both your right and your left hand, stacking the right knee over top of your right ankle. And exhale for a modified pyramid pose. We're lifting off of that back knee, fully extending as you keep the left heel lifted. Drag the left hip forward to align with your right. Breathe in. And exhale for a peacock pose. We're lifting up the back leg, bending the knee. Beautiful. And as you exhale, releasing that back leg, stretch the toes back down towards the mat, and then adjust yourself into a wide-legged forward fold. We're walking the palms to the center of the mat. Extending the crown of your head down towards the mat, you can grab the outsides of your ankles. Continue to lengthen through your spine. Stretch the crown of your head towards the mat, and then start to walk the palms back to the center. Lying them flat. Let's take an inhale. Lift the right palm towards the ceiling, adding a twist. Exhale. Inhale as you lift the left palm. And then exhale. Return the left palm back to the mat. Inhale, center. And exhale, Skandasana, bending into the right knee. As you straighten out your left leg, flex the toes back towards your face. Bring your hands to heart center. Maybe the right elbow is compressing against the right knee. We're going to start to switch around, leading into a low lunge and then all the way into a side plank. As you extend the right fingertips towards the ceiling, a couple options with your legs. You can either keep the right leg fully extended or bent on top of your left. Nice. From here, stepping into flipping your dog. Step the right toes back behind you. Flip the upper body, right arm reaches to the opposite end of your mat. Nice. We're going to roll back over from here and return back to table to switch to the opposite side. Bring your left foot forward in your kneeling crescent, left knee stacked over your ankle. Inhale. And exhale for your modified pyramid, stepping off of your back knee, lengthening it, bringing the right hip forward to align with your left. Beautiful. Another inhale. And exhale for peacock leg. You're bending your right knee, lifting up the right calf, still keeping your head lowered beneath your heart. We're going to extend that right leg back as you walk into your wide-legged forward fold. Just going to spend a few moments walking the hands from your right and then your left. And then when you're ready, walking the palms back to the center. Inhale, center. And exhale for your Skandasana, bending into that left knee. Flex the right toes back towards your face as you bring the hands to heart center. Beautiful. You're going to start to use your prayer hands to roll your upper body around into a low lunge. Then keep that range of motion going as you adjust into your side plank. Balancing on the right arm, right leg. You can keep the left leg extended or bend it. Either way, your left shoulder is stacked over top of your right. You can start to take that left foot back and step into flipping your dog. You step it out, flip the chest, reach the left arm back. It's a nice, beautiful, and juicy stretch here. When you're ready, let's flip back over. Bring yourself down towards your knees. Prepping for a half camel flow, we're going to start to bring the left hand to your left hip and extend the right arm above your head. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink your hips towards your heels. Switch arms, left arm lifts, right hand to your hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink your hips back towards your heels. Switch. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink your hips. Inhale, lift up. And then bring both of your hands to meet the small of your back. On the exhale, squeeze the glutes, push the pelvis forward, start to gently arch back through the spine. And if you feel safe, lower the hands one by one down towards the heels. And if not, feel free to leave the hands exactly where they were on the small of your back. On the next inhale, re-erect through the spine. And exhale, sit the hips back towards the heels. We're going to shift the glutes on to the mat and roll into the spine. We're going to keep the knees bent out in front of you. Feet are hip width distance apart. So coming into reverse figure four, lift your left ankle to rest on top of the right knee. Clasp the hands underneath the right thigh. Pull the foot back and then point the toe towards the ceiling. As you tug just a little bit more on the right thigh, take an inhale. And exhale as you re-lower that foot, allow it to rest on the mat and cactus the arms out to the sides. Inhale. And exhale for a supine twist. Leave the legs exactly as they are, roll to the right. And we're just going to rock back and forth from the right back into the middle a few times, just noticing that twist, especially in your right hip and right glute. Now ready to switch sides. Lift the right ankle, rest it on top of your left knee. Clasp the hands underneath the left thigh. As you pull the foot away from the mat, now extending the knees, pointing the toes. Push the right knee out in the opposite direction as your left leg. Take a deep breath in. And exhale as you begin to release. Rebend that left knee, lower the foot down to the mat. Cactus both arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist. We're rolling onto that left hip. Keep the legs as they are. We're rocking this back and forth a few times. Next time you return to center, let's bring this right foot to rest. We're going to hug both of the knees back towards the chest in a ball pose. The forearms are right below the knees, hands to opposite elbow, chin to chest, forehead to knee. Compressing the thighs against the belly one last time before releasing, allowing the legs and arms to stretch out for final resting posture. As you're here, finding this still moment, I invite you to take the time to check in with yourself, noticing how you're feeling. Or maybe taking note on how movement feels in your body on the days leading up to your cycle. I invite you to start to wiggle out your fingers and your toes. And circle out your wrist and your ankles. And rock your head from side to side. When you're ready, you can start to roll into a fetal position on whichever side you choose. Just use your bottom forearm as a headrest. With the free palm, you can use it to start to push you into a seated position, bending at your knees, sitting your hips to your heels. Let's inhale, sweeping the arms above your head. Palms come to meet at heart center. And exhale, settle them down towards your heart. And let's lean forward with a bow. Beautiful. All right, my yogi friends, thank you so much for joining me for yoga for the luteal phase of your cycle. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video, comment, and let me know how you feel. I'm looking forward to seeing you the next time, friends. Have a good one. Peace.